All right, Paul, thanks for taking the time to meet with me today.
Oh, great to see you. Thanks for having me.
So it's been all over the news. AI has taken the world by storm over the last 12 to 24 months. I'd love to get your perspective on some of the trends you're seeing and maybe some of the opportunities and challenges that it's presenting for your clients.
Yeah, it's an interesting, exciting time for us, isn't it? I think in the context of trends, there's probably two different dimensions. The trends we see from vendors like yourselves, and then there's the trends that we see in the context of where our customers are at on the journey. And I think from a vendor perspective, there's clearly a huge amount of work going into embedding AI processes within SaaS applications. There's a real race, I think, as well happening in terms of that orchestration layer, and where we see Microsoft having a huge advantage, but ultimately lots of other vendors trying to land grab that kind of orchestration layer. And then trends from a customer point of view, I think, are customers are really trying to understand how they can embed the capabilities of AI beyond the productivity suite. So, taking agentic processes very carefully and slowly, but very much on trend at the moment, and something of huge interest. But that's also probably one of the leading challenges is, how do clients progress from investigating and understanding the potential of agentic processes and into embedding them into either their implementations or even more challenging into their legacy enterprise applications, which is really a really difficult task, I think, for a lot of organizations to get their head around.
Mm-hmm. Maybe go a little bit deeper there. How's KPMG really helping customers address some of those challenges?
Yeah. So KPMG, we're an early adopter of Copilot. We've got 120,000 professional services team members running Copilot from a productivity suite. So we were one of the first organizations to roll that out globally. I think that's given us a really great understanding of both in terms of how you tap those productivity benefits, but then start to pull them through into broader agentic opportunities. And so, we're really using our experience in a similar way to Microsoft does to take our personal experience within our organization and how that's transforming how we work into our customers. We've recently worked with Microsoft in Vodafone to help them understand the breakdown of their roles and the productivity gains that they can benefit by using Copilot, and how to translate that into people's roles changing and evolving. And that's the first step, really, of then going deeper into how do you use other capabilities like the business application suite and Power Platform to really look at taking productivity right the way into the business function and really see how that can start to transform and actually provide those business outcomes that most organizations are really looking for, which is, I think, a layer beyond that productivity.
Yeah, fantastic. And maybe to that end, can you share a little bit about what sets Microsoft's AI leadership in the market?
Yeah, I think there's a number of things that you guys are doing brilliantly well in this space. I think responsible AI is incredibly important when we look at a lot of our customers, and another trend probably is customers really wanting to understand the ramifications from a data production, from a security and a cyber perspective. They are looking to put in place the right governance in terms of how they manage their apps and agents that will come off the back of. And I think Microsoft have a really open, transparent approach to both responsible AI, but then also putting in place the technology infrastructure that allows organizations to work in the way that they need to work and want to work, both from a accessing and working with other applications. Mm-hmm. So sitting with their systems of record, surrounding in some cases their systems of record, but ultimately allowing them to have the choice in terms of how they access those AI capabilities of Microsoft. And I think that's a huge differentiator. I touched on it previously, the productivity. I think productivity is the access point. We see huge opportunity for organizations to start with productivity and then move into the more complicated agentic processes. And I think Microsoft's ability with Copilot in Teams, Copilot in the productivity suite to then help organizations understand and recognize the benefits there and then expand that into those business functions is almost unique in the marketplace, and certainly one of the areas that we think we collectively will have a material advantage around.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, clearly exciting times, and it's awesome to see the value that KPMG is delivering to our customers with AI and doing it together with you. So thanks for taking the time to meet with us today.
No problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.